Hey guys, welcome back to Models and Beer. Just a quick video, nothing really long. It's been a couple of days since I put a video up, so I wanted to try to at least get some kind of content up. I completed the boats. I've had those done now for about 2 or 3 days, and I've already started on the superstructure. So I thought I should try to catch myself up. So I took a pause from that to come here and put this boats video up. I didn't do a whole lot as far as the construction of the boats. It was pretty basic, just basically painting, but I did show each of the boats individually, just to kind of document, because once these things get all stacked up, a lot of that's kind of going to get lost. So I do have them mounted on the ship. I still want to do the rope tie downs. I haven't done that yet, but I plan on doing that here in the near future. I'm going to go ahead at the end of this video. I'm going to go ahead and put up some still photos of the boats on the ship. I think that's the best way to do it than me try to walk around this thing with the cam and being all bouncy. And so yeah, so let's go ahead and get right on into it. Like I said, I want to keep this as short as I can. I've got another video coming up pretty much right after this one. Like I said, I've been working on the superstructure, and I'm going to make a video itself on that, so I won't be bringing that into this video. So let's go ahead on into it. This is the boats to the Arizona, guys. Check it out. Okay, guys, so real quickly, I just want to run through these boats. They are complete, or as complete as they're going to be. And I got the racks all completed. Now all we have to do is assemble it and put it together onto the ship. I kind of wanted to go ahead and film these boats and these racks prior to assembling them and putting them onto the ship, for the simple reason that once they are stacked and put on there, a lot of stuff is going to be hidden. So let me start off here. This is the 30-foot rowboats. I think I got these in my last video. And they are complete and ready to go. I did the photo etch oars came through the Edwards kit. The kit did not supply them. Trumpeter did not supply any oars, so those are from the Edwards photo etch, and those are just painted a really light gray, just to get them to stand out. And the hull is painted with a gray, and let me see if I can get this to focus in here. And the rudder is painted a wooden brown, and as is the inside. And I went with the brown for the main reason that I don't want the focal point of the ship to be these boats. And I've watched other builds of the Trumpeter Arizona 200 scale, and most everybody went with a white, or it's a light gray, I'm not sure. But all these boats, when they're sitting onto the ship, they're all in one area. And if they're all white like that, and you got to remember the ship is painted in the bluish gray, more of a blue, and that white is just going to stand out and scream. And I don't want the eyes to be drawn right to those boats. So I wanted to kind of mellow them out a little bit. So that's the reason I went with the wooden look on the boats. And so that's one of the 30 foots. And here is the second one. Here we go. Whoops. This is the second one here. And I kind of did my own thing with the oars. Just like they were kind of tossed in there. I didn't want the uniform, everything straight and tight looking. I wanted to make it look like, these are maybe used, and they're, just the oars are just kind of tossed in there, just to kind of give it a little bit of character. And it's painted the same way. I got the wooden brown, or the brown to simulate wood, I should say, on the inside. The outside is painted with a gray. So this is the 50 footers. Actually, you know what? Let me start off with the big ones here. These are the ones that sit at the bottom of the 3 stacks, and a lot of it's going to be hidden with these other boats stacked on there. Not that there's anything that you're losing. It's monotonous from here to here. It's all the same thing. But I just kind of wanted to get it, a shot of it before it's buried for good, never seen again. I got the photo etch railing on the back here. I got below the water line, I did with a flat black, and the prop I did in a copper, and the rudder is also in that same black. And again, I went with the wood look on the deck itself for the same reason that I explained. And I'm already running into a challenge. I'm going to say not necessarily a problem, but a challenge with this, and I'll tell you what it is. This here, I don't know if you can see this little white hump here. Let me get some light onto that. There we go. Maybe you can kind of see it. And see how it sets higher than the deck itself. The deck is down here. This is a bump up. And the reason that is going to be a potential problem is these get the rack that gets put on. Let me show you this here. This sits on top of here, and it shows in the instructions that it sits centered into the boat itself, like such. Now the problem is this end is sitting higher than this end because it's sitting on top of that white box there, and so everything that's going to be on there is all going to be downhill now. So I have to figure out how I can combat that. I could take and I guess put something into the front and raise that up to the same height as the back. I really haven't decided yet how I'm going to deal with that. It's funny, even the kit supplied rack, it's the same problem. It sits on top of that, and it's got everything going downhill at that point, and it doesn't give you a remedy or how to work around that. I guess that's up to you as the builder to figure out how you're going to do that, and I'm cool with that. I like the challenges in a build. If you're building a model and everything gets slapped together and it's done, I don't think it's as much fun as if you run into little problems. This is nothing major. It's just a little problem, but it requires some problem solving, and I kind of enjoy that in a build. So I'm going to see how I'm going to work around that. Now it's almost similar. Now this one gets sit on top of this one. This is the second boat that's going to be stacked on top of that one, and it gets a rack also. But this one, the little box there, is not quite as tall as the one on this one. So I don't think this one's going to be too much of a problem, and as I'm working my way up. But this one certainly is a big difference. And if I left it, by default the way it's showing, the top two boats are going to be facing downwards at the nose. So I want it to be straight all the way up. So we'll figure out how we're going to do that. I haven't got that far yet on deciding that, but I did see that as a notable problem that is worth mention. And then these guys here is the 26-foot motor boat, and this guy sits right at the very top. He's on top of the stack of three, and he's got a little photo etch railing in the back there, as you can see. And again, the wooden color for the deck. So those are them. Now I got these 40-foot motorboats, and this one is complete, or as complete as it's going to be, and I'll tell you why. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I kind of broke my own rule, and I mean, it's nothing major, but this could have looked so much nicer. Prior to building this ship, I did a lot of homework as far as trying to make everything as historically correct as I can, as far as how the ship is the looking, and I want to be as accurate as I can. And like I said, I've done my homework. I've looked at 1,001 pictures. I went and bought a book, the Battleship Arizona, which is just loaded with pictures, okay? And when I started these boats, for some reason, all that just kind of went out the window and I just went to building. And I guess what I did is I watched other people build, this, as I get to certain stages in this build, I kind of watch other videos and what people did, and didn't realize it till after it's completely built that I found out, let me get a pointer here, that there are portholes that should be here along the side here. I think there's 2 or 3 here and then one back here, and on both sides the same way. And I did not do that. And I wish I would have, because that's a lot of plain white right there on the sides of that. And I think it would look so much nicer had, I drilled some portholes there and maybe put some kind of a frame around them and, painted that a different color. That would look so nice. And maybe the, some plastic behind that for glass, or, or whatever, the window maker. But I did not do that. And if I decided to do that at this point, you would think that I could just go through and drill, and go ahead and do that now. The problem is it would come with a risk of damaging this photo etch. And these railings are so fragile that any little hit, you're going to bend it or break it off. So in my thinking, it's not worth the risk now from this point to damage any of this photo etch just to make those portholes. So yeah, I wished I would have done my homework a little bit, and it's plain as day in my book here, and I'll show you. Here's the boat here, and you can see plain as day, there's the portholes, and there's one back here, and I did not do that. And it's, I have the book right here with the photo of the boat, plain as day, and I just went ahead and built blindly on that. So not that it's any major deal, it's really not, and nobody's probably ever going to notice that, but I kind of kicked myself in the rear for that. I wish I would have drilled those out. It would have looked so much nicer. Real quick, I want to go over these racks. These are the racks that are going to hold the 3 stackers, or I should say, were the 3 stacks of the ships. What I have done is the frame of this, I had painted, it's the same color as the ship itself, that navy blue, gray blue, whatever you want to call it. But to kind of break up the contrast a little bit, what I had done is let me see here if I can get this without, it's very fragile. I painted these cradle areas, I guess, the part that holds onto the boats on the stack here. I went ahead and I painted those a black, just to kind of break it up a little bit, and it came out nice. I like the look of that. I don't know how much of that is going to be seen after the boats are put onto that. Maybe they probably won't even be seen at all. I have no idea. I haven't even mock stacked them yet, so I'm not sure how much of that. And this is the other one here. Again, I got these all painted in a matte black, and the body of it is painted into the blue of the ship. So, and they came out nice. There's a lot of detail on these. Again, this is the Edwards photo etch set of the racks. And here we have, these are the racks that are going to be holding the 40-foot motorboats. And again, same color with the blue and the black. And let's see if we can get that in there. And the racks came out really nice, and I know I complimented it on my last video, but they came out very, very nice. And then these, again, are the racks that go in between the first boat and the second boat. Why is that not focusing in? There we go. And again, same color scheme on those. And then these guys go at the very last one. That top boat sits on top of this one. So I just really quick, I just wanted to document this. Like I said before, it gets put together and put onto the ship. Once they get stacked, they're there forever, or if the cat knocks it off the counter. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Next point is we're going to get the ship up onto the table here, and we're going to go ahead and start mounting these boats on, and I will see you there. Okay guys, so as I was putting the racks onto the ship, there was a little bit of a fit issue, and I wanted to show you what that is real quick, so let me go into that. Okay, so I started mounting these racks, and these two here, no problems. This is where the two or the three stacks are going to go. Over here, we are supposed to have one of these smaller racks here. That's going to go for one of these guys to sit on. And it gets put right next to the stack of three according to the directions. Little situation that I ran into is this little box right here. I don't know if you can make it out. Sits right where this is supposed to go. The photo etch version of the rack is shorter than the kit provided rack. The kit provided rack is a little bit taller, and so this is no problem. It just sits right up underneath. The Edwards photo etch rack is short and it does not fit. So I'm thinking what I might do, I thought about adding some longer legs to this and raising it up, but then it's going to put it taller than these two racks that I already have in place, and they're already glued into place. So I'm thinking I'm just going to cut away a section of this rack over here on this side so that it'll sit right on top of there with no problems. Like I said, I just wanted to mention that because it is something worth knowing in case that you're going to be building this. Just be aware that that piece right there is going to be in your way of your Edwards photo etch if that's what you're using. If you're using the kit provided rack, I don't think you're going to have a problem with that. But really quick, I just wanted to put that out there. Just like I said, I think it was worth mentioning. So let me get back to putting my boats on. All right guys, there you have it. I'm going to finish off this video with some still photographs of the boats on the ship. And like I said previously, I think the still photos are going to show better than me trying to bounce around with my cam and try to get video of the boats on there. So I appreciate you guys watching. I got another video coming up. It should be just within a couple of days where I've started the superstructure. Like I said, I kind of got ahead of myself. I finished off the boats and started on the superstructure and neglected putting this video up. So I wanted to get this up really quick. I still, like I said, I want to do the ropes, the tie downs for the boats on the ship. Those photos do not show that. But once I do that, I'll put some more pictures up for that. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy your week, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.